Hi everybody, this is Olga from hbody.com. Today I want to show you how to make a hat. I like to wear hats. In Florida, where I live, it is a must against strong sun. I cannot stay in the sun without a hat, period. To me, a good hat is like a pair of blue jeans, a necessary thing in my wardrobe. But hats are also essential fashion accessories, right? So, I have this hat and everybody is saying, "Oh, what a nice hat," when I wear it. The shape of this hat is certainly unusual, and I decided to make a few hats like this one for all my outdoor activities. I'm not sure what to call these hats. I found that they can be called cadet caps or military style hats. Their shape is not very common, but I see they are in fashion. Look, this is the image of a Gucci hat. And this one is Chanel. I want to show you in this step-by-step tutorial how to make these hats. You don't need advanced sewing skill for this. You can make hats like this for everybody in your family. If you want to see how to make a pattern for this hat, and it's really easy to do, go to my blog for detailed instructions. I will put the link under this video. I decided to make the first cap from this 4th of July quilting cotton. I have just one fat quarter. Look at this fabric. It has ever popular unicorns. Place pattern pieces on the fabric. I like to use pins to secure them. Don't forget to follow the grain line, which is parallel to selvages. I have to make 2 pieces for the side band because my fat quarter wasn't long enough for making only 1 piece. But it's not a problem. I just stitch them together in the middle. Cut using nice sharp sewing scissors. Transfer markings from the pattern. Just make some notches. For this, your scissors tips should be very sharp. We will need these notches when we are going to connect the pieces. So, after cutting, I have 2 pieces for the side panel, 1 for the crown and 2 for the bill. And I even have some fabric left from 1 fat quarter. Now we need to cut fusible interfacing so the cap keeps its shape. I use Pellon heavyweight fusible non-woven interfacing, which offers firm support for the fabric and makes the fabric stiff. By the way, I have a detailed tutorial on my blog and a YouTube video all about fusible interfacing. Check it out, I will add links under the video. Have in mind that pieces from interfacing are smaller than the main pieces because I didn't want heavyweight interfacing in seams. For the second cap, I decided to use this light gray cotton fabric with metallic thread. But before cutting pattern pieces, I had to make a straight cut. I usually do it by pulling a single thread, and then the cut is perfectly straight. In the video the cutting line is barely visible, but I could see it very well. So, in the end, for two heads, I cut following pieces from unicorn cotton, silver cotton, fusible interfacing, and also I cut two crown pieces and two side panels from light gray organic cotton fabric. After all, the lining is going to touch the head and hair, so I want it to be nice. Now fuse interfacing to the main pieces. Be careful, don't iron on the side of the interfacing with glue. Shiny side of the interfacing should go down on the wrong side of the fabric. It should be fused with a hot iron using a light pressure and not so much gliding. Here are my interfaced pieces. Thanks to this fusible interfacing, the side bands will be nicely squared off and stiff. Okay, we prepared everything for sewing. The next step is pinning side bands to make tubes from them, and pinning bills pieces right sides together for stitching. I also prepared lining at the same time so I can stitch everything at once. Don't forget to press all seams after you are done with stitching. I stitched what I prepared and pressed. Now let's deal with the bills. I have to cut seam allowances pretty close to the seams. And now the hardest part of this process. How do we connect round edges of the crown to the straight edges of the side bands? So, first pin all notches or end seams together. You remember that we made 4 notches on all pieces and they are equally spaced. After that, make 3-4 small cuts like this between these notches and pin the band to the crown like this. In the end, it looks like this. You see that I have lots of pins there. I want my seams to be exactly right. Now let's repeat the process with silver cotton fabric. Now we are going to stitch the crown to the side band. Go slowly. Try to keep an equal distance from the edge. The distance is 3/8 of an inch or 1 centimeter. It's not very comfortable to sew. You should stop frequently. As you can see, I am used to sew over pins, but they are really thin for lightweight silk chiffon, and my sewing machine doesn't even notice them. I was taught to sew like this, but they say it's dangerous because if the needle hits the pin, it can go straight to your eye. So be careful and take the pins out as you sew closer to them. All seams should be perfect. Keep an equal distance from the edges. Check your sewing machine tension so all stitches look nice. Press the seams after you are done with stitching. So that's what we have here. Looks like a box. Now cut the seam allowances like this, because we are going to press them down on the side bands. Now stitch on the side of the side band close to the seam. We need to press all the seams, and it's not easy to iron ahead, but it has to be done. Little by little go over with the iron. Now I want to top stitch the bill. It's time now to connect the bill with the head. Start in the middle, matching the notches. Pin and stitch. Now let's sew the lining band. Pin them right sides together, matching all notches. and press the seams open. Turn the lining piece inside and baste it so no lining fabric is visible from outside. And after that, press again. Now let's connect the lining crown to the lining band. Pin it first, matching all notches again. This time seam allowances are not 3/8 of an inch, but 5/8 of an inch or 1.5 centimeters. The lining should be a little bit smaller than the main head. In principle, I should leave an unstitched hole now, so I would be able to turn the head right side out, but I prefer to make the stitch all over. Now I will have to press the seam open. And only after that I rip a small hole in the seams for turning. Why I did that? Because now it's very easy to see how much I need to turn in the seam allowances so they are equal and nice. I can see the folds and the holes from the needle, and that's are the lines for turning it in. This can be sewn by hand. I use a stitch called invisible stitch. And after you are done, it's really invisible if you did it correctly. Now let's return to the other hat, silver one. This fabric is softer and thinner, so I decided to make the bill more stiff. There is no real structure in the hat with thinner fabric, so I used a piece of plastic for the bill. I cut the plastic using my bill pattern, only without any seam allowances. And only after that I stitch the bill to the hat. I think the hat looks nice without any embellishments, but I would like to show you how to customize it even further with iron-on trims. I discovered these trims recently and I love them. They are pre-glued, can I say that? And all you need to do is iron them on. No raw edges to be done, no unraveling, nothing. Just cut and press. The grey hat is pretty plain also, even if the fabric is metallic. I decided to embellish it so it looks more expensive, and embellishment possibilities are practically endless. I had 4th of July fabric scrap, and I thought why not to use it now when it's only 2 weeks before the Independence Day. So I made a strip 3/8 of an inch wide, and the length is the same as the side bands. And I had these silver trims, so I insert the strip like this. It's a very easy embellishment, right? But we have to finish the edges. Do it like this, with fabric glue. And I use this glue to attach the whole thing to the head also.